Good morning, PV, and welcome to another edition of PVTV. I, again, unfortunately, am your host, Mr. Sherman, on this second quarantine edition of our show. But despite that, we're going to keep going. We have a lot of stuff planned for you today, a couple of special guests, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. But as we always do first, let's get the spring break weather forecast with our two favorite meteorologists, Chris Vetterline and Tyler McEwen.
We need to go in and out at the cover of darkness. No loose ends.
2 hours later.
Here, man. This is the house. Yo, man, I'm not liking the looks of this, man. I might have to dip, man. Come on, man. What are you doing? 2 plies upstairs, brother. Oh my God. It's here. It's here. I gotta call Tyler.
Hey, what's up? You doing a show now? Yeah, of course. I'm filming the weather right now. All right? I'll talk to you later. I won't let you guys down. Alright guys, so today there's going to be a high of 50 and a low of 44, rainy. And then tomorrow, high of 60, low of 43, partially cloudy. And on Sunday, high of 55, low of 45, cloudy. And then for the rest of the break, it's looking to be rainy with also some clouds and sun. So enjoy your break, guys. And now back to you.
Thank you, guys. I guess when you gotta go, you gotta go. Did you know that there are other things kind of going on within the school community, even though we're not physically in school? Well, Brianna Oliveira, our favorite anchor of PVTV, has a couple things she wants to let you know about so you're not left in the dark. So, Bri, take it away.
Hi Valley, I hope all is going well in quarantine. I'm here to give you a few announcements and updates on what's going on in our PV community. First of all, I would like to remind all students that the administration has changed the Canvas login time to 2 p.m., so make sure you're getting in on Canvas and logging into all your classes so you can get full credit. Next, as most of you sadly know, the junior prom and their class trip have been postponed until further notice, but we hope that once this is all over, the juniors will get to experience these amazing events for themselves. Valley's own choir teacher, Miss Safari, is holding Virtual Valley Volume Up. This is a virtual talent show that will be posted on YouTube. If you would like to be involved, all you have to do is submit a short video of you doing whatever you can do, whether it be singing, dancing, cooking, or even vlogging. Submit the video by 3 p.m. on April 5th for a chance to win an Amazon gift card. Just keep your eye on those emails for more information. And finally, some of your favorite teachers from Valley have sent in some videos on updates on how they're doing and just to say hello. Now let's cut to PV's amazing staff.
Oh, you caught me getting ready for the AP test. So here I am in day 27 of quarantine. I've literally lost track of the days, but I'm staying healthy, social distancing, and happy to be healthy.
Hey everyone, I'm here with my coworker Sophia. We just wanted to say hello and we hope you're all doing well. Have a great day.
Hello, PV. We were asked to send a little clip of what we're doing during our free time. And our dryer broke. And since it's very difficult to find a repair person at this time, you're looking at them. We'll let you know how it goes. Stay healthy, everybody.
Hey everybody, how are you guys doing? It's been a wild 2 weeks. You're going to get a nice week off. I just really hope you realize that so many of me and so many of your teachers really do miss you. I hope the work isn't too much. If the work's too much, tell the teacher. Say, it's too much. Give me a break.
Hey PV, Mr. Cusimano here. Hoping everybody's safe and well. I just want to say how impressed I've been with all our students being able to navigate through this whole past couple weeks. We've been built for this for a long time. You guys have been doing great. We're just very, very impressed. Hopefully everybody's been able to get out and do some kind of physical activity, whether that be indoors or outdoors.
So Maddie and I have invented a new sport that combines her favorite sport, which is
tennis,
and basketball. We like to call it basketball. Why do we call it that?
We call it that because if I hit him with the tennis ball, I get a point and $1.
There you go. So we'll show it to you. Hopefully this is a sport that will either be in the Olympics someday or, I don't know, maybe it'll be on ESPN 8, the Ocho.
Hi everyone, it's Misty Quintal. I hope you're all doing well and I miss PV so much. Something I've been doing to pass the time has been trying new recipes like making sushi.
Hey PV, Mr. Zeller here, working in my home office. Hope everybody's doing well. And please take care of your laptops so we can stay in our home offices and you can stay in yours and everybody can stay healthy. Be well, take care.
Part 2 of the video. The dryer is working. How about that?
Hey guys, Judilla here. It's been a couple weeks since we started doing virtual learning. Miss you guys a lot. I've seen some of you on GChat and Skype and stuff like that, but others I haven't had the opportunity to see. Hope you're staying healthy. Hope you're working hard, just like I am.
I like to spend my days reading, connecting with my students, going for a run, cooking, and I will be doing a 1,000 piece puzzle. So stay healthy and this too shall pass.
So during spring break, don't do any work, relax, read a book, play video games, stay up all hours of the night, eat bad stuff, because hopefully that's what I'm going to do. All right, guys, you're doing a great job. We'll get through this. See ya.
Thank you, Brianna, and thank you to all teachers who submitted videos. On behalf of all the teachers at PV, we all miss you, and we all want to get back to work. So thank you. So I know we're all kind of locked inside and we want to stay home, but there are a few essential places that are still open that if you need to go to, you can go to. Again, you should be staying home and self-quarantining, but Dazzlebling went around Rivervale and Hillsdale to kind of get a look at what essential services are still open if you should need them.
Hey guys, welcome back to my segment. Today I'm going around the surrounding towns of Pascagoula Valley to show you what is open and what is not open. So let's get started. So up first we have Montvale. We're starting off with Habit Burger. They're doing takeout and delivery. So is Chipotle. While driving around I noticed that the Montvale Hardware Supply store is open and they can deliver to anybody or you can pick up. It's round back. So after the last clip, I decided to stay in my car for the rest of the segment due to the corona, just to stay safe and everything. Moving on to Park Ridge, Taco Bell is doing drive-through only. Ridgemont is doing pickup and delivery, and so is The Ridge. Burger King is just doing drive-through only. Next up, we have Rivervale. Tommy Sushi closed. 7-Eleven, guys, open. Adam's Bagels is open.
Franny's is open, Krekos is open.
Krekos is open. Brandy's is. Dunkin's open over there. So moving on to Westwood now. Pompilios is open for delivery and pickup. Tony D's is open for pickup. Farmhouse is open for delivery and pickup. Finnegan's is open for pickup. Goldberg's is open for delivery by DoorDash, and you can pick up inside. Rolling Pin, closed. Jack's Cafe offers delivery and pickup. So in Emerson, we got Domino's, which is open like normal, pickup and delivery, and then the Starbucks is open because it has a drive-through. The rest of the Starbucks are closed except for the one on 17. Last but not least, we have Hillsdale up first. New Jade is closed. Next to it is Ray's, which is open for pickup and delivery. Hold My Knots is also open for pickup and delivery. The pharmacy was open the last time I checked. Ronnie's is open for pickup. Ken's is open for pickup. Game Zone is open for pickup. Chicken Delight, pickup and delivery. And Wendy's offers delivery with DoorDash, and they have drive-thru. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
All right, thank you, girls. Hope you're doing well. Be safe. Thank you for giving us that information. I know sports isn't really happening right now, not just at PV, but all across the country. But with a couple of sports updates when it comes to not just PV, but national news, we're going to cut to our favorite sports reporter, Jake Lutz.
Good morning, Valley. Welcome back to another week of PVTV Sports Network. On Wednesday, the NJSIAA discussed extending the high school spring sports season, if it is required, into the summer. The season would start in mid to late May. Here's the quote. While a return to school date and related public health guidelines will determine the viability of a spring sports season, the NJSIAA is committed to doing whatever is possible to provide New Jersey student athletes with some type of spring season. We have not given up on spring sports, and we will continue holding teleconferences and virtual meetings with leaders from our various leagues and conferences to assess options. To be clear, any effort to arrange for a scholastic competition outside the traditional academic calendar would require support and approval beyond our office. Spring athletes, there is still hope. Now, the COVID-19 has the sports world on hold. We have no idea if there will be any sports in 2020, but the MLB is reportedly discussing a possible 100-game season with the World Series held at a neutral site, Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. MLB players have been talking about playing this season, and one pitcher from the Reds, Trevor Bauer, held a Sandlot game during this pandemic. It has some MLB players and some friends of his as well. It is a big wiffle ball game. It's extremely funny. If you would like to go watch, click the link below. Lastly, the Valley baseball community has lost one of its biggest fans this week due to cancer. Rick Lutz, my father, hasn't missed a PV game in 5 years. Truly a huge fan of the Indians. It is going to be a bad cut for a while, but it will eventually scab over and heal. The scar will be there forever, but it will bring out the good memories and just make us smile. Rest in peace. That's all of PVTV Sports Network. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Jake. Be strong. Your PV family will always be here for you, all right? And we miss you. Now, switching gears for a second, our favorite scientist, Chris McGrath, is back with a very special guest. He didn't really tell me what was going on. So, Chris, take it away.
Thank you very much, Mr. S. In my segment, I would like to turn to a PVTV legend to see how college students are dealing with the coronavirus.
Hey, Chris, thanks for having me. You know, there's a lot of ups and downs being at home. For one, I get my own room again, so that's good. Always food in the fridge, and I get to take my tests at home, so it's nice. Some things that I miss, you know, being able to do whatever I want, whenever I want. That was always nice. Now, whenever I go out, my mom's like, "Where are you going? What are you doing?" So, it's kind of annoying. But other than that, it's not too bad, you know. So, I hope everyone's hanging in there. And thanks for letting me be on the show.
Wow, what profound words from Mr. Quinn. Looks like the only thing we can do is wash our hands, social distance, and take all the precautionary measures to make sure we can get back in school. I'm tired of this. I want to go back. And back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ari. It's great seeing you. I hope you guys are doing well. And we'll see you soon. So, spring break is next week and all. You guys got any plans? Well, our favorite Fluff reporter, James Montgomery, got some student videos from students from all over the school on what their plans are for next week. Just roll it.
Hey PV, with spring break being next week, I asked people to send in videos once again saying what they were going to do given the circumstances. Let's hear what they had to say.
I'm actually going on a big trip for spring break, you know. I'm going all the way downstairs to my couch to continue social distancing and play video games.
Yeah, for spring break I'll be spending some time at home, reading some books, running, staying active, spending a little time outside.
I'm doing probably the same things everyone else is doing. Watching TV, movies, hanging out with the family, staying inside, talking with friends on the phone.
So what I'm going to be doing during spring break is continue to practice social distancing and not going out as much as I can. with that being said, I'm still going to try to go out and continue running like I have been these past few weeks.
This spring break, I'll be passing the time by watching movies and listening to music. I'm also still working at Wendy's because we haven't closed, and I'm going to try to learn a new language before I go back to school.
So over spring break, since I can't go anywhere, I'd like to play Animal Crossing as much as possible and get as many dubs as I can in Warzone.
Over spring break, I'm probably going to spend most of my time watching Mr. Sherman and E.T. build a Jurassic Park Lego set.
For spring break, since I won't be able to see my friends in person, I'm probably going to be spending a lot of time on FaceTime and Netflix.
So I'm sitting here in Sweden, it's very cold, very windy, and I'm basically just watching Netflix during this quarantine.
It's pretty much going to be the same thing, except waking up at like 8:30 in the morning and just doing schoolwork for an hour. So it's going to be nice to get to sleep a little longer and just exist in bed.
Over spring break, we're going to be 10 into the herd.
Well, that's all from us. Everybody stay safe and back to the studio.
All right, thank you, Gummy. Thank you, students who submitted videos. Really, really appreciate it. So like we all know, we're stuck inside. TJ, one of our lead anchors last week, made a cooking segment for us, which got a lot of positive feedback. And the school wanted him to do another one. So we figured we kill two birds with one stone, and TJ cook a meal for our food reporter, Zach Moon. Let's see how that went.
Alright guys, so being that we're locked up for quarantine, I have an easy way to spice up some ramen, make it a little bit fancier, and a pretty simple recipe. And today we're going to have our friend Zach Moon test it out and see how it goes. So we just put the ramen in the boiling water here. We're going to let this cook for about 3 minutes until the ramen's nice and soft. We got the butter and the bacon fat melting here. And then once we put a little bit of the pasta water, because the starch from that pasta water will go in and make a nice, almost like a sauce with the butter. And then we'll add some of the cheese, some of the black pepper, and then we add our pasta. And once it's all mixed together, that should be it. All right, so now you're gonna go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese. This will add just a nice thickness to the sauce and some good flavor too. You wanna save some of it to go on top at the end as a little garnish. Then you're gonna add just a little bit of black pepper. Pepper is a big flavor in this dish. And the last thing to go in here is just your ramen flavoring. Go ahead and mix that up. And if you see that, so as you can see, we don't really have a lot of liquid in here, so you're going to want to add a little bit more of that pasta water. Now, you'd rather have too much sauce than too little, so don't be afraid to put some water in there. Just go ahead and crumble your bacon on top, however much you want. Mix that up and then go ahead and plate it. Put some more of that grated Parmesan cheese on top for some flavor, and just a little bit more pepper. And there you go.
Hi, welcome back to my food reviews. A little bit unconventional episode this time. Due to the school shutdown, we can't really go out to eat during lunch. So I have TJ here, came over to my house, prepared me some, it was chicken flavored ramen, but made with a bacon, butter, and cheese sauce. It looks really good when I was standing right next to him when he was making it. It smelled really good, so let's see how this is. That's really, really good. Really good. I'll probably give like a 9 out of 10. I love how this was made with the sauce. I'm a pretty big fan of ramen, but this makes it a lot more creamier because of the cheese that's in it. Very good with the bacon in it too. I really like this. Wow. Yeah, very good.
All right, great job, TJ. I'm sure the food again was great. I'm glad that you were able to make a nice meal for Moon. I know he could be a hard critic at times, but in the end, I'm sure it was very good. But now we have a special surprise. If you recall from last week, Survivalist Dan Large showed us a couple of great tricks on how to survive out there in the woods. But now he's back home, so we're going to have him live on the show to get some tips on how to kind of survive inside your house. So Dan, are you there?
Yeah, Sherman, I'm here.
How are you doing? Good, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Hey, PV, how are you?
I'm sure, as you know, there was a big response to you from last week.
Huge.
It was huge. Again, you're always at the forefront when it comes to really good ideas and really good tips. So we have a couple of students who submitted a couple of questions that they wanted to ask you because they're having some problems, being all cooped up inside. How do you survive?
Okay.
So do you mind if we ask you a couple questions?
Shoot. I'm all for it.
So we have one. I'm going to look right now. We have one from Junior Tom Betsy, and he wants to know what are some board games you recommend for families to play that won't result in a huge fight?
Families. Well, if you want your family to break up, play Monopoly. That one will 100% separate your family. That's what happened to mine, actually. Also, if a good board game for this time period that we're living in right now, probably Operation, anything to prep you for the medical room. But honestly, good board games, stuff that brings the family together, just regular old cards, gambling with your grandparents. It's always fun.
I wish I had grandparents. Anyway, another question from freshman Paul Santo. He wants to know, how do I stop my siblings from annoying me?
The same way you stop anybody from annoying you. You be awkward and quiet, and you don't make eye contact. And eventually they'll realize, oh, I'm really hurting this person's feelings, and they'll stop on their own.
Last one from sophomore Luka Hanovic. He wants to know, what do you do when you run out of food?
See, Luka, right there, you made the first fatal error. Don't run out of food. You're supposed to not run out of food when you're surviving. But if the situation arises where your family does run out of food, you look at the weakest member who is not going to, supply too much to the well-being, and, from there, take it from there. You can connect the dots.
All right. I'm going to try not to imagine that. But thank you so much. I don't want to imagine it. You can't make me imagine it. So don't try. Moving on, I hear you have another special guest with you right now?
Yes, I do. For those who haven't been blessed by this person in their life, that being the sophomores and the freshmen who never got to experience her grace, Miss Karen Kosh is with us.
Hey.
Karen, how are you? Welcome to the show. How are you?
How you doing?
Good to see you both. Hi, Mr. Sherman. Hi,
how are you?
How are your feelings on this whole situation going on right now?
My feelings are that we've not been through this probably ever. Certainly in our lives, but as a history teacher, the history of the influenza of 1918, certainly there's history to it, but certainly not anything that we've experienced. So it's very different for all of us.
1918 was a long time ago.
It was. Do you remember it, Dan?
That was like over 100 years ago.
I do remember it. But what does that distance of time have anything to do with how we interpret the influenza of 1918?
Yeah, I think the distance of time is telling that this can happen to us at any time, but I think the lessons are often the same, right? That in order for us all to get through it, we have to be in it together. And so it's I guess, a lesson in social solidarity, right? Staying together by staying apart. Different lesson.
Miss Kosh, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
You know the phrase, if you don't learn from history, you are doomed to repeat it?
Right.
How come we never learn from that?
because we always repeat the mistakes. We always repeat the same things, you know. In this case, let's hope we repeat the same good things, right? Do all the social distancing and the things that they actually did in 1918. Mr. Walter had posted something on Twitter the other day. A college teacher found a letter written in 1920 and how the schools were handling the influenza then. And it was social distancing, you know, stay away, learn at home, come in one at a time to visit your teacher. So I think in this case, we need to make sure we repeat the good lessons because history repeats itself. We can't stop it. It just does.
You know, so if in 1918 they could only see their teacher one at a time, and we have virtual learning in 2020, how did they learn back then?
Yeah, they sent, it's apparently, according to this letter, they sent, you know, like worksheets home, and your packets of work went home, and then if you needed to see the teacher, you would walk to the building and one at a time go into the classroom, say hello, have your visit, and leave.
Wow, I never knew that. That's actually pretty interesting.
Just learned it yesterday.
Wow.
Wow. Teachers probably got infected a lot.
Oops. I guess teachers got infected a lot. I bet they did, yeah. And think about the number of people who got infected without air travel, you know, all over the world.
Oh, yeah, wow, yeah.
Right?
You've been very beneficial to some of the people in this school, and I just wanted to say on our behalf, thank you for that, because you've been an amazing influence on all of us.
Well, Dan, thank you for saying that.
Thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mike.
Is there anything you would like to say to the student body?
Yeah, Dan, I would. Firstly, thanks for your support of me, and actually for calling me to do this, because you were also very honest to say nobody else would call in. So I'm helping you out, I think.
We didn't mean that personally. You were the first person we called.
Hey, I said I'll do anything for Dan Large. Great memories, Dan, of you in my freshman class, whether you were in your chicken costume or
favorite class,
just
favorite
in
class
your
I've ever
regular
had.
everyday attire. And a shout out to Mike Sherman too, Mike. You know, for all the help you gave me when I was at PV, but especially last year with that Hall of Fame video. You were just so kind. So I thank you so much, both of you. And you know what? Kudos to both of you to make this PVTV work, because I just remember the virtual days that we did at Valley, and you tried to make your virtual days as much like your regular days, right? So for me, it was always class discussion. And as I've always said, history at its best is stories. That comes from Doris Kearns Goodwin, a historian. And, you know, there's a message here. There's a great lesson in this idea of solidarity. And what I realize is people need that human connection. And boy, technology's been great. And I thought of all my students, the seniors now, so Dan, all of your classmates, a number of them I knew from freshman year in world history, and I've been trying to reach out to them as often as I can. So each day I've been sending a couple of emails out to kids in your class, and I'm going to follow up next with the juniors who know me. I know some freshmen and some sophomores who know me through the Zach Lettieri Foundation or as siblings and friends of kids I taught before. But my message is just stick together, you know, stick it out to stick together. And we will get through this. We get through it together, doing things like this, but just thinking of each other. And yeah, there's a light at the end of this tunnel, but we have to go through some really tough days. But that is life, right? We don't know true joy without the sorrow in life, and we live in this duality. And there are a lot of lessons to be learned here, and I just want to say again, kudos to all of you. And I really absolutely have great memories of everyone at Pascack Valley, my colleagues as well, who I also am keeping in touch with. So yeah, just hang in together, and we will get through this together.
Thank you.
Thank you. I can't imagine a better way to sign off for this week's show. So thank you, Dan. Thank you, Ms. Karen Kosh. Thank you to all my students who worked on the show this week. Thank you for the students who are watching. Again, we miss you. You want to come back. So on behalf of everybody at PVTV, have a great spring break, and we hope to see you soon. Be well.